Hello guys, NautoAce here, and this is going to be a follow-up on a follow-up about the SNES-Mini. So the first episode I gave my thoughts about it, and then the second one had games that I want to see in the games, what people want to see for the SNES. So this one is going to be more of how can this be rectified? How can they fix a solution because of the NES Mini, which basically everybody wants it, and Nintendo's not making enough because Nintendo's so stupid they don't know about the business and market. Yes, okay, so a little bit of backstory about what I just said there is that what's Nintendo good for, what they're known for, innovation. Believe it or not, even as gimmicky the systems, they're innovating. A 3D, glasses-free 3D, that's actually cool. You don't have to wear glasses, but the problem is people don't give a crap about it. But it's actually good technology. Able to see 3D without the glasses. Because the glasses is on the screen. Smart idea. Motion control on video game. Again, it may be a gimmick, but it works. It's something new. Portable gaming. Able to play video game on the go. Game Boy Advance. And then originality to some extent in the game. Remember, they're the one that introduced analog control, believe it or not. It's not PlayStation. It was the N64. Nintendo actually introduced analog control. PlayStation just made it better, I know. Another one is the Virtual Boy. Yeah, I know it's a crappy system, but again, it was something that they took a risk. It was something there. Again, yeah, it didn't really work. But that's what Nintendo's known for. The problem is they're also known for the lack of knowledge on market and business. You've seen this all the time, especially during the Wii U. People always say one word that Nintendo was lacking, especially when they're trying to sell the Wii U. The market. Their market sucked. Their market's lacking. The message doesn't come through. And even Nintendo does something. Even the late Iwata admitted it. Their market needs improvement. There's a reason why they hired Reggie Fils-Aimé. The guy may be, well, challenging, let's just say that, but the guy knows market. The guy, before he worked for Nintendo, the guy was doing stuff, market, that gave people reason why Pizza Hut, why watch VH1. That was basically a part of it. Reggie was involved in that before he moved to Nintendo. Because Nintendo knows when it comes to market and business, they suck. I mean, even right now with the Wii U, even Reggie's just doing whatever he can, but of course, his superior, he has to follow his superior, he can't do anything about it. His boss, Kinishima, right now, or before that it was Iwata, remember. Reggie's boss is Satoru Iwata, the late Iwata, so you gotta keep that in mind. Iwata is an innovator, he's an inventor, a passionate guy. When it comes to technology, that's the guy. When it comes to the business side and market, well, yeah, let's just say that. So that's a little backstory. So why am I talking about this market problem? Because it's always been shown throughout Nintendo's history. Let's just start with well, the Virtual Boy was like I did talk about this before, but let's just say, yeah, they were lacking with the Virtual Boy. They couldn't really compete with anything. But the problem really is that they were only good because they had no competition until Sony came in, and that's when they said, "Wow, now we need to figure out how to do marketing." And again, they're lacking. Well, like I say, I'm trying to put something that leads up to the NES Mini. Well, let's just start with the GameCube. More powerful than the PS2. But the lack of games. The PS had more library than the GameCube. What happened? People were buying GameCube to play Nintendo game. Companies basically bailing out third party that they had to do some sort of deal. Then came the Wii. It was innovating. General consumer wanted it because it was video game for everyone, not just a core gamer. And but then the problem was that they had something good that for everyone. They purposely did not make a lot, and that's the same. People say, "Oh no, we just didn't have the material." No, BS. PlayStation 4 didn't have the material. PlayStation 4, not in the beginning, was hard to find. Basically, yeah, a lot of people just wanted it. They trying to make a lot. They didn't have the material. When it comes to Nintendo, it's a different story. And you say, well, that's kind of like bias. Well, there been Nintendo insider who basically did say, yeah, because they use cheap part. They use part from previous console to make new console. So, duh. Yeah. So yeah. See, again with the Amiibo, same deal. They didn't make a lot because they can't read the market. They always say, what if it doesn't sell? They don't make a lot, and they don't know the business part because like you don't make a lot, but you don't do restock. When you make toys, you got to do restock. Hasbro for a while did have that problem, even Mattel, but they learn. They learn. Nintendo's like, because even as of right now, the problem with the Wave 2, the Legend of Zelda 38th anniversary, hey, I want to pre-order it on GameStop. Well, it's already, we can only take up to 4, like, what? 4 pre-orders? Are you flipping kidding me? Really? I mean, it's like, their problem is they make a certain amount and that's it, and then, you gotta wait for a while, like, oh mighty Christ. So, see, like most people think about Nintendo, they're like your bastard uncle. They're lovable because they give you stuff like your uncle does, but at the same time, they're a bunch of bastards because they kind of piss you off because they're being cautious. What if it doesn't sell? And then, and the great latest example was the NES-Mini. The biggest problem was it was announced. People talk about it. So you kind of think about, well, maybe they'll make a lot. And then second was, GameStop said, well, we were told by Nintendo we can't pre-order the NES Mini. So you're like, wait, what? Best Buy, same thing. Amazon, Toys R Us, they said, yeah, we were told we can't do pre-order. So people are like, what? Okay. So that's already been worrisome. And then when like weeks, and this is the sad part, weeks before it was released, November 11, 2016. Thanks to Down Phoenix, but it's not just him. A lot of retailers basically made an announcement or revelation. So Down Phoenix, props to you. I heard it from him. That's why he basically said, because he was working in retail, they were told, yeah, the first initial shipment, we're only going to get 6. Well, I'm like, what? Yeah, we're just going to get 6. From there, I'm like, oh shit. Excuse the language, but excuse me. But yeah, so the minute I heard that, I'm like, oh great, it's gonna be like the Amiibo, because that's what they did with the Amiibo. What they did with the Amiibo was they made a lot of Pokemon, Pikachu, Link, and Mario, but you kind of notice they didn't do a lot of Mart, Villager, and Wii Fit Trainer. Which surprisingly, Wii Fit Trainer have not get a restock yet. The Villager and Mart, different story. I already talked about it. But the point is because, well, Villager's not that popular. Mart's not popular. Let's not make a lot. We just gonna go with Mario. It's like, because they're always trying to focus on the general market before the fan, which is true. But they're not being also mindfulness or being open. So it was the same thing with the NES Mini. It's like, why? The thing from Nintendo and a lot of people in the NES review takers basically said that the rumor was, and this is the problem with the business and the market, still the market, and I don't know why Reggie's not doing anything about it. I thought Reggie was smarter than this, but Nintendo primary object with the NES Mini was, it wasn't meant for the core gamer who has a Wii U, has a 3DS, a Wii, heck, a Switch, well, who buys virtual console on those console. It was meant for the, how do I say this, gamer who are not hardcore, wants to play simple games. That's from what I heard. It's like, dude, no. I mean, the NES Mini, your market there is not going to be the people who's not into heavily on gaming. That, oh, it's so simple, like Shovel Knight, which is not really that simple. No, the NES Mini market, like in plain view, it's meant for the nostalgic people who grew up with the NES. And they even said, like, yeah, we didn't think it was going to sell. It wasn't really meant to be a long term stuff, which is something we can just make money on the side. Really? Make money in the side until the end of 2016. Like they were pushing production, but for a while, and then after a while, they just said, "Yeah, we're stopping. We can't do this anymore." Again, there's when the marketing business was the problem. They're marketing the NES Mini in the wrong audience. They were basically aiming to not the nostalgic, which is your hardcore nostalgic who loves Nintendo, grew up with Nintendo, because they're thinking, well, they can get it in the virtual console. True, people can get it in virtual console, but the idea of just having that, sharing it with their kid, like this is what I used to play when I was young. They didn't think about it. They said, "Well, we didn't thought about it. We just thought it was going to be like." It's like, oh Christ! So that was the problem. That's why they didn't make a lot. It wasn't a long term one, which is okay. That's fine, but it was super hard to get. You couldn't pre-order it. The minute it goes up in online or in store, within 2 minutes tops, 2 minutes tops, they're gone. I did try to get one at Best Buy at one point, but I was just too slow. And I just said, you know what? Screw it, man. Nintendo, screw you. So that was it. And I said, you know what? Whatever. You don't want my money. And then here's the point, but I don't understand. They're not making this a lot. Don't they want our money? So I'm going to once again put this guy's conspiracy. I'm sorry to say. The Chris Pranger conspiracy. Again, what it is, yeah, the Nintendo wants money, so they're being smart. I.e., Xenoblade Chronicle for the Wii. Basically, Chris Banker basically defended Nintendo by saying, yeah, Nintendo wants money, that's why they're not doing they're initially wasn't going to do Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii because they know there's no market because it's a niche. Nintendo doesn't do niche. That's the thing. I can understand that. Sony games, NIS games, Neptunia is a niche. I love the series. Valkyria Chronicles. I just bought the recent one, Valkyria Revolution. Actually, good game. I'm enjoying it. I gotta play it some more. But the bottom line is niche. Musou game, niche. Anything that's from an anime, believe it or not, niche. Nintendo never ever done niche. And that's kind of suck because when they do, yes, they don't sell. Nintendo doesn't like it. Have they done any niche game? Believe it or not, yes, they did. Starfy, they did one for the DS, clearance. Ocean Blue, clearance. Dino Fossil, dinosaur RPG game, all three of them. Two for the DS, one for the 3DS. Niche. Bought two of them for under $10. Bought the other one for $20 at a coupon. Didn't really know what to use it. Then down the line, I saw it in a Target for $10. Niche. So you kind of get what I'm getting there. So again, they think that the NES Mini is going to be a niche that no one's going to like it. They'd rather get the powerful console. I can play my real game and my virtual console game. No, that's again wrong market. It's the nostalgic that wants this. That's the problem. Okay, I'm gonna split this to two-part because I rambled too much about this. I wasn't intended to apologize. Okay, the next part is, like I said, it's gonna be the rectification of how they can fix this problem with the Super NES and maybe with the NES as well. So that's gonna be part two. So I'll see you there.